Hello, I'm Adam, hailing from partsFUNknown. And welcome to the third episode of No Rolls Barred, our new wrestling RPG series. As ever, this game is based off an existing system called Worldwide Wrestling, which is designed by Nathan D. Powletta. So if you want the full experience, go to his website, link in the description below. This is episode 3, the entire episode taken up by the Regal Wrangle, which is not the Royal Rumble. Okay, let's just get that clear straight away. It's not the Royal Rumble. It is the 10-man over-the-top rope elimination battle royal, the Regal Wrangle. Clear? Good. If you need a refresher of the rules, do check out the beginning of episode 1. Without further ado, here is episode 3, featuring the Regal Wrangle. Not that you get it. Take us away, Tom.
Hello and welcome back to City British Wrestling. 200 nans can't be wrong. My name's Tom, I'm head of creative here at CBW, and these are our players.
Hi, I'm Laurie, I'm playing Tony the Milkman, and I am the veteran class character.
I'm Ollie, and I'm playing Golden Joe, and he's a golden boy.
I'm Luke, I'm playing Silver Bro. I am the gatekeeper class.
My name's Lolo, and I am playing the Denimatrix, which is the anti-hero.
I'm Adam, I'm playing Kid Flips, who's the high flyer.
Right, now let's do a fight. We find ourselves once again in a City British Wrestling arena. The room is decked out with red velvet and ermine, and sitting above the ring is a giant golden crown. The audience are once again cheering and clapping for good quality British wrestling.
CBW! No.
I'm so glad it wasn't me.
And the announcer's voice rings out over the speaker system. Welcome to City British Wrestling, and welcome to the Regal Wrangle. Prepare yourselves as these canvas crushers clash inside and outside the ring in the name of family, fury, and the future. Oh. Without further ado, let's meet our competitors. We immediately cut off stage, offering to all of your individual promos. And first we cut to the Denimatrix.
Den win.
I had to think of a location. I forgot there was a location, so I'm on top of a mountain. There is wind blowing in my fabric, and I look scorn. And I've got skis. Only made of denim. So, you've seen what I can do. I am boot cut from a different cloth from the rest of these folks, from the rest of these scraps. All of them are fab pricks in comparison to me. Take it. So, it's probably fair to say that I've got this in the pocket that everyone else is. Thread meat.
Yeah!
Amazing work. We cut now to Golden Joe.
Golden Joe is just helping some kids cross the road outside of a school, and someone passes him a microphone and he says, "The one thing that my entire career is about, my whole life has been about, is winning the tag team titles with my brother, Silver Joe. But it's also..." Silver Bro.
Freudian slip much.
That wasn't even intentional.
Him and the character are now one. Synergy.
Joe. But it's also about winning the singles championship too. Because a win for me is a win for the precious medals and for all the Joe bodies out there in the crowd. They're not everyone else in the ring, I'm going to chuck all of them over the top rope with the help of my Silver Bro, because they're not golden. And it is a scientificable fact that gold reacts with everything. So imagine Golden Joe in there with 14 other Joe bodies, and I'm going to make it explosive. but not just explosive. It's gonna be golden.
Oh, I'm confused but aware.
I'm so happy for you right now.
It's gonna be Golden Joe.
And we cut to Silver Bro.
Silver Bro is against a green screen that's got sort of like quite bad VHS style cutouts. But the screen actually behind me is a picture of me and Golden Joe, our arms round each other, and I'm wearing Golden Joe's merchandise. Silver is often second place, and tonight that's going to be the case. Because Bro Body is winning this match other than my brother, Golden Joe. He's the future of this company, and I'm going to be the best bro possible and make sure that he does win this match. Precious medals, there's nothing precious about Golden Joe. He's the best. It's going to be bro holds barred in that ring when Golden Joe takes out everyone with my help. Say it ain't bro, oh it is bro. And if it ain't broken, we don't fix it. Because Golden Joe is going to be the winner and he's going to be victorious. Bro bodies are going to hit the floor, including mine, when Joe wins.
Wow. It's just written the next year's worth of Matt Riddle promos there.
Kid Flips.
You catch Kid Flips halfway up a half pipe, and then somehow, even though he's halfway up, he turns to look at the camera and doesn't move. Hey up! So, tonight, it's the Regal Wrangle. I've got goosebumps, friends, and we've got a full house in that ring. There's family matters, there's brothers and sisters. It's the biggest night of my so-called life. Regal Wrangle, I'm mad about you. And if you think you're gonna be saved by the bell, then I'm afraid you're up Dawson's Creek. Because tonight, boy beats world. And at the Colossal Tussle, it will be the secret world of Alex Mack.
It was really good.
The Milkman.
It cuts to a row of terraced houses. The camera pans up to a doorway. The doorway opens and out steps Tony the Milkman. A woman in a dressing gown awkwardly tries to give him a hug. He sort of shrugs her off and closes the door. I'm going to win the Regal Wrangle because nobody else matches up. I am a full-bodied, whole milk kind of guy while everyone else on this roster is just a dribble of skimmed. I've held this round for going on 30 years now and I have never missed an order. I always deliver. But today I am out of one thing. The milk of human kindness. Because today you're getting a meaner Tony the Milkman who is determined to win the Regal Wrangle because you've had 30 years of service and now it's time to pay up. I've come to collect.
Our milk is on the turn.
It's now time for the 10-man Regal Wrangle. 2 entrants will start the match with a new wrestler entering the ring every 2 minutes. A wrestler can only be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. The winner of this match will receive a guaranteed City British Championship title shot at this year's Colossal Tussle.
I've got goosebumps. I'm so glad I'm going first. Okay, we've got the dry house going. There's a lot of it, obviously. What's actually happened is that we've put underneath the stage, underneath the ramp, another zip, and it's unzipping. And I am just crawling out like the zombie version of myself. I've still got the horns in from last time. I've stuck them in. I've just sewn them straight into my scalp. And following me, of course, is just I'm gonna say like 20 backup dancers, like head to toe in denim ogre outfits. Yeah, denim ogre outfits. And then they follow me to beautiful centre ring, and they lift me and they just place me in the middle gently, and I stand there.
So you are alone in the ring for a moment. The audience cheering and whooping. Your denim ogres dispersing out of sight.
Damn win.
Damn win.
What?
Is he in the match? Not this.
Oh my god, is he in the match?
Number 2 entry!
Oh my god, please! Please!
Striding to the ring, 7 foot tall, of barrister's silk, powdered wig, and glistening, borderline aristocratic muscle is QC, the voice of management. He gets to the bottom of the ramp, flings off his robe to reveal even more perfect muscles and lats across his back. He sets his tiny gavel down by his foot, adjusts his wig so it's sitting securely and neatly on his head, steps up the steps and swings a long leg over the top of the rope.
Come on, damn it.
Damn win.
Get it.
Damn win.
Damn win. Damn win.
Damn win. Damn win.
Well. Denimatrix, let's get this over with nice and quick, shall we? Roll on power for me.
Roll on power? Oh, I forgot what the power is.
-2.
Oh,
that's 6.
He immediately, boom, hits you with a straight clothesline straight into the chest, knocks you to the mat.
Boom!
I have a lot of very important things to do today, so hurry up and hop over those ropes, will you?
don't do it. Dan.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't be convinced by his compelling arguments.
Hang on, did you knock me down? Okay, so I'm just going to swing my legs and take your legs out from underneath you. And then I'm going to rip that silly wig off your head. And throw it over the ropes and go, fetch!
So first off, roll on work to trip up QC.
Oh, that is 5.
No, it's plus. Oh, work, not real. Damn it.
5.
5, so I just try.
Your leg sweeps into his ankle, he stumbles a little but catches his footing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And he gives you a swift, hard kick in the ribs.
Could his foot try and get stuck in one of my pockets?
I'm going to have you roll on look for that to see how you made that
Nice.
costume.
Come on.
That is 7.
Yes.
It does. Yes! It gets stuck half in a pocket, half tangled in some zipper.
Cool. And I take the
That's in the
opportunity to
shaker.
twist your leg and throw you down onto the mat.
Okay, you can roll on. You know what? I would say at this point you have +2 heat with QC at the very least, so you can add your heat with QC for this.
+2.
+2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Come on.
Oh, it's big.
He yelps in pain and boom falls to the mat.
Yes. So happy about this right now. Now can I take your wig and throw it over at the side?
Yes, you can. I'll say roll on heat again for that.
Okay. Cool.
That is 7. With wait, how much heat?
2.
2.
Oh, that's 6.
6. Okay.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing he spent that extra bit of time coming into
I
the ring.
really want to get it off.
even
It's
though we're
really
nice
annoying
and
me.
tight.
Okay. Cool.
He jumps up to his feet and does a 2-handed clap to the side of your ears. Boom! With his long muscular arms. Roll on power for this.
Uh-oh, bell clap.
Yeah. No, it's
No, it's 6.
6.
There's like a ringing in your ears and a sort of a loud clapping sound, and you find yourself briefly dazed.
But did he not catch his hands on the really sharp zips on the side of my head?
Oh, the horns.
Or the horns?
Well, let's roll on look for that.
Is it not real as well?
You know what? Yes.
That's
It's
+2.
technically a weapon.
Yeah. That
Swings
is
his
9.
arms into clapping head and actually impales one of them about 2 feet.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
Oh, QC! Since you're all bleeding and really in pain, I'm just going to take you and put you into a nice, lovely wrist lock just to get you nice and comfortably submissive to me.
Okay, roll on work.
What scene are we watching?
Roll
Trying
on
to
work.
undress him? Work.
5.
5.
Yeah, it's
God
5.
damn it! Every time I want to do something cool. Well, it's not really that cool.
He twists out of your lock, counters it, gets your arm behind your back, and then starts bending you over in a submissive move of his own. He's now starting to try to muscle you towards the top rope. Yeah, what are you doing?
Having a lovely time. Oh god.
Do you want to roll and look to see if you're getting off on this?
You and QC.
Oh, that is a twist I did not see coming.
Yeah, you are getting off on it.
So I'm fine.
That fires you up.
It fires me up, it gives me energy, and in that energy I get some more desire to wiggle out, so I essentially just try and maneuver my way out by ducking around and doing something cool with my elbow and arm. Shut up.
Cool. You can roll in your heat for this, I think, because you're possibly in it right now.
Get out.
Oh no!
+2.
+2.
Oh, it's +2?
Yeah.
Oh, great, that's an 8.
Eight.
You do something really cool
Cool,
with
I
your
wiggle
elbow
my
and
way
arm.
out, and then I turn around and get you in the same position, and then push you against the rope, and your throat is on the top rope.
Ooh. Nasty. Yeah, he's choking at this point. He's trying to grab at you with his long arms, but he can't get loose. He can't
How
get
long are
the
his
purchase.
arms?
He's like 7 foot tall. They're pretty long.
Okay, it could just be height, could just not be arms. Sorry, I'm not.
He's in
deciding.
perfect proportion. He's good
Okay, cool. So
He's a
you're
QT.
trying to so a throat against throats, trying to make you all submissive and lack of oxygen, hopefully. Real?
Yeah, if you want to check him out, roll
Yeah,
and
of
reel.
course I would like to.
QC getting off on this?
Health? Yeah, he is.
Big.
Real, so that's 8.
10.
10.
Yeah, as you push his throat down against the rope, you sort of feel that resistance from his body get weaker and weaker and weaker.
And I use this opportunity to just flip your body over.
Oh, first elimination. He is out cold.
He is out cold.
Oh, that's gonna hurt when he hits that floor.
I can't get any lower.
Are you out cold? We just might be
Roll
a
on
bit-
heat.
Oh, +2.
+2. Oh.
He's out of it! 10.
QC is out. Boom. And passed out on the floor with what might be a little bit of a smile on his face.
Well, that's trunks.
It's the pleats. It's the pleats.
The gavel's over there. On the floor.
Oh, this has started. And you're once again alone in the centre of the ring.
I'm happy on my own.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Milkman!
So Tony Milkman walks out, fully done up, white jacket, flat cap on, stands at the top of the ramp. An army of basically middle-aged women in their nightgowns come out and they sort of swarm around him. As they do, they keep obscuring him in the camera shot. They keep obscuring him, and then suddenly they're gone, and he's just in perfect white trunks, ready for the match. He walks. They form a line all the way to the ring. He walks down the ramp, and they start to spray him with milk as he goes, and he just laps it up. Gets to the ring, ready for the match.
And you two are alone in the ring.
Handshake.
Handshake. I'm actually going to handshake your
Handshake.
hand. You've been
There we go.
around for a while, even though I don't like you, so I'm just going to go straight for a slap around the face.
Disrespectful.
Let's have a contested power roll on this one.
Oh.
Both roll on power.
Ooh, so that is 4.
5.
Yeah. So you just
Yeah,
don't.
you no sell it.
Oh right, yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with you. It sort
Just
of
slap him
it
again.
both excites and scares me.
Yeah, same with him. If him on the floor, he's so happy. I slap you again harder.
Oh shit.
Another contested power roll, please.
Oh, that's...
7.
3.
Then Matrix knocks you, boom, to the mat with a second mighty slap across the face.
Yeah. And I just put my straight foot across the throat and I say, "Does this excite you?"
Very much. very much.
Cool, while you're down there, I'm going to go around, strip you over onto your front, and then I'm going to try and put you in a sleeper. And see if you want to get a little bit unconscious.
Roll on work for that.
I have just drunk a lot of milk, so maybe.
5.
Denomatrix has a strategy though.
just
Make everyone pass out.
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Then just chuck them over the rope.
Essentially.
Can't
Make them
resist if you're
really, really
unconscious.
flaccid and then pop them over.
All right.
Didn't work on QC.
So yeah, you attempt to get the sleeper hold, but
Yeah.
you can't get purchase around the milk lubricated body.
It's a tactic. You've got to work with what you know. So as the arm comes around, I want to grab the wrist, twist out, and go behind with a big wrist lock up the back.
Lovely, that's going to be work.
That is a 9.
Yes, you may be hard to get a grip on, but you're very good at getting a grip. And you twist that arm behind her, and you know how,
Cool.
you know how to run a good solid lock.
Okay, so I want to then transition that, so holding the arm still, transition into sort of like a reverse DDT, dropping her on her arm.
That's another work roll, I think.
That's a 10.
Talk us through that drop.
So I just put the full force of my weight across to bring her down. Her arm just goes underneath. There's a big popping, cracking sound. Might be me. Might be you don't really know with Tony.
Denomatrix, what are you doing?
Okay, so I am actually surprisingly don't look that much in pain at all. I've just stabbed 2 stilettos into my scalp. I'm relatively fine with this. So I'm going to just bum shuffle. Bum shuffle around.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
She's got worms.
Or a toddler.
Oh, a dog with worms is fine. I'm going to pretend that I'm in pain. That's the problem. I'm going to pretend I'm in pain. So you let go because you're old and you don't actually want to fight women. Maybe you're that old school.
My dad did say that.
Yeah, and I'm like, ow, ow, ow.
You just sleep with them and then leave.
Ow, 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 and I kind of get to my feet, and as you're kind of down the ground,
Actually,
like,
we're going to have you roll on look to see if you can sell this fake pain.
Oh, it's just a straight roll.
come on, I know how to fake it.
That's a 7.
Okay, cool.
Ooh,
So
she looks in pain.
Oh no, I'm sorry, love. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. Maybe I just need a little bit, and I go to put my arm round the back of your head, and I go in for my favourite move, where I just go straight for trying to break your nose over my knee.
Oh, psych! And that's going to be a real roll. That's going to be a real roll.
Blood everywhere.
Oh, that is a 6.
Oh, damn it. So you
Can't
just
break
bounce
his
off.
nose. It's
It's
already.
broken.
Can't break my nose. Yeah, I think
It's already broken.
as you sort of try to bring me down onto your knee, I kind of catch the move, slipping past your knee onto the mat, and then I just try to trip your leg.
Cool, straightforward work, I think, for that. Real?
That's an 8.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a boom, and you land crash onto the mat.
What?
That's a trip. That's a
Sounds
successful trip.
and then
Work. As this happens, and your head collides with the mat, you find yourself being sent back in your memory through time to years and years before the Wrangle, years before your time with CBW, to another match on the indie circuit for a different promotion, where once again you find yourself colliding with the mat, your head hitting the wooden boards underneath. It's another match on the indie circuit which you've been asked to job because you're just not the right kind of wrestler to hang a championship on. And as the bell goes and the very bland, plain trunk wearing person leaves the ring, head held high, the promoter steps into the ring, stands over you where you're lying down. I'm sorry, Denim. I'd love to let you win. You're a good woman, but no one will buy it. No one will buy it.
dinosaur.
Okay. No, people will.
You've seen the kind of champion people get behind. You've seen the posters. You've seen who holds the belt on every promotion up and down the country. And don't take this personally. It's just business. But they don't look like you.
And I know. Poor unfortunate souls.
Well, that may or may not be. But here's your check. And we'll see you next week to job again, eh?
And I take that check and I spend it to buy the pair of stilettos that I snapped on stage at CBW. To stab into my own scalp!
Lest we forget.
And with that, we come, boom, back to the present day, back in the Regal Wrangle.
Okay, cool.
Looking up at the lights,
Right.
little denim birds tweeting around the top of your head.
They're flying.
Yeah. Oh no, let's all take a moment for that. That was pretty fun. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thick, heavy, viscous fog drifts in down the ramp, drifts in from the audience, drifts in from the sky itself, and begins to flood the area around the ring until it's too thick to see anything. You hear the boom, 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 boom beating of heavy tribal drums. Low voices begin to chant in an ancient language. Ho. Ho. And wafting down the ramp, hordes of Viking warriors, wearing skins and horned helmets, wielding axes and clubs and heavy swords. They make their way around the ring, up over the apron, up through the ropes, and surround the two of you. The fog then wafts in from outside the ring until it covers the ring itself, and you can't see more than an inch in front of your face. When the fog finally dissipates and settles, these Viking warriors are gone, all but one, the largest, towering above the two of you in the centre of the ring. A huge, dead bear skin slung over his shoulders, a giant steel helmet on his head, a huge, thick, heavy, dirty beard on his chin and long, lank, black hair hanging from his shoulders. He crouches down, breathes in, and bellows out, Valhalla Kadabra! And then immediately lunges for you, Milkman.
Oh, for God's sake.
Viking magician.
So
that was a long way to get there, but it was like it.
Roll on power.
Yeah.
A 9.
9,
well done.
amazing.
Yeah!
So he slams his whole body weight into your body, but somehow you're able to get a purchase on the ground and not fall over. And you've locked up right now with the towering muscular figure of Valhalla Kadabra.
I'm going to go knee to the groin.
Roll on real for that.
These are
That's
great.
real.
Oh no. It's a 4. Tony's not very real.
You hear something slip and crack in your knee.
Oh,
These are Norse loins. How about a little Norse power? Yeah! And he goes to nut you in the head. So roll on power for that.
That is 6.
The bridge of your nose splits.
See, that's how you do it, love. That's how you break it, love. That's how you do it.
And then he just pushes you back into the ropes and looms over you, taking clearly some degree of great pleasure in his own imposing form. What are you up to?
Well,
Dominic?
you guys are super, super distracted, and by this time I've gained strength and I've already climbed to the top turnbuckle, and I'm just ready to jump. And what I want to do is do a triple somersault and then land feet first on your shoulders. And as I push you down with my enormous strength, I also want them to flip off and land feet stomach on Milkman.
So that's a complicated thing.
Yeah.
So,
fucking gimmick infringement. Get your own shtick.
Plus 1 heat.
generally continue giving flips. Screw it.
Yeah.
Plus 1 heat.
Would you
No,
be
I
watching
don't
this from
have any
backstage?
Hells yeah, I would.
Yeah. But in fact, no. I don't think the Animatrix probably cares very much about
I don't
ripping you
give a
off.
shit.
So you gain plus 1 heat with
Fine.
Animatrix.
I will.
So you're gonna have to roll on work to begin with for that crazy flippy shit.
Oh, it's so cool. It's amazing. Fucking work.
Oh, it's 7.
7!
So you execute the flip and boom, land on his shoulder. Ah! He starts trying to swing you off, but you've got a good grip. You're now going to need to roll power to try and push him to the mat.
My lord.
Okay, come on. Give me like a
You need a big one here.
A really big one.
Oh!
That is an 8!
Yeah, you tighten your legs around his neck and he boom drops to his knees.
Yes!
You feel the ring reverberate as he lands. And your third step was to leap from
to use him as like a springboard to somersault and then land feet first onto Milkman's stomach, making him vomit everywhere.
That is another work roll.
But I wanted vomit.
That's real.
You have,
Yeah, but that's my reel.
you have to flip to get to the vomit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
4.
that's right.
4.
Yeah. It's harder than it looks.
So as you leap from his shoulders and attempt to do the second bit of acrobatic wizardry, these two huge, heavy, dirty hands grab you by the ankles and slam you against the mat. As you turn around to look up, towering above you now is the figure of Valhalla Kadabra. Don't look a gift Norse in the mouth. And he punches you in the jaw.
Oh!
Crack straight across the jaw, like a tooth loosens at the very least.
Just loosens.
Just loosens for now.
Is it a molar?
Dealer's choice. Roller, how many teeth does your mouth have?
Loads.
20.
1, 2, 3.
Pete, you got that D20 on your desk.
Yeah.
Can you roll it for me?
Yep. 6.
You lose that one.
How would you... What has happened?
That's the 6th tooth from the back of your...
Okay, cool. So I've lost a tooth. Fine.
Thanks, Pete.
It really, really hurts, but
We're going to move to the Milkman at this
I
point.
want to kick you in the crotch.
What are you up to, Milkman?
So I'm behind him, I'm guessing, if he's sort of flopped Denimatrix down. I'm going to run in and try and lock in like a half Nelson to keep him
Amazing.
kind of impaired.
Smart thinking.
Yeah?
Oh no! Oh no! It's a critical fail! It's a natural 2.
Okay.
I critically failed myself out of the ring.
Oh no!
I just leave.
So, your arms wrap around his neck to try to get a half Nelson. You try to get purchase, you try to get your own strength to overpower his, and he simply moves your arms out of the way.
I'm going to die.
You feel his grip tightening on both wrists. You feel a tugging in your shoulders. There is an almighty tear and crack as you feel both shoulders get dislocated. And then he starts pulling your arms behind you, almost trying to pull your ribcage out of socket at this point. Scream! Scream yourself, Norse!
All of your puns, horse ones.
And as you start to pass out, 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's me! Okay, you see the ramp, the metal ramp raise up, just like on this huge kind of pneumatic lift. It raises all the way to the top of the Titantron, where you see me! I skate down, and I shout at the top of my mouth, at the top of my lungs, "Get away from my dad! Cowabunga!" And I just leap off the end of the ramp, which is suspended like 50 feet in the air, and I land on Valhalla Kadabra.
amazing. Roll on work for that.
Roll on work, that's +2. That is 8. No, that is 9.
Boom. What part of the Kadabra do you want to land on?
His head.
Crack, you land on his head and your skateboard, Ollie flips his helmet off, is that right?
Sure. That's righteous.
Yeah, you knock his helmet off his head and it goes skittering across the mat. He drops the now unconscious, utterly unconscious, both arms dislocated. 3 ribs broken off the milkman.
Oh, dearie me.
And he turns to face you. Boy!
Dad, I need you. Wake up. Wake up. I try and sort of I try and do a medical flip when I flip onto his shoulders and try and crack them back into place.
That's insane.
I didn't go to 7 years of medical flip school to not be able to do this.
Because you included the word flip in there, I guess you can add work. That's
Yay, +2.
Oh,
Reroll.
5 and... Oh, it's big! That's an 13.
Talk us through this medical flip, because I have no fucking clue what it is.
I flip through the air, hearing the Flippocratic oath in my head. Do no harm! And I land with both feet, 1 foot on each of his shoulders. They crack back into place, and he's awake.
Oh, I'm not sure if that's better.
I help the milkman to his feet. I lock wrists with you, and we're gonna run at Valhalla Kadabra.
I don't want to.
Are you going to double team him?
We're gonna try and double clothesline him over the top rope.
Amazing. So I want you both to roll on power. I'm going to need a
-2.
I'm going to need a hard success from one of you.
Okay.
Oh no. At least it wasn't double ones.
Oh, it's not Tony. And it's
It's not me.
either.
That is a. Okay, I'm gonna try and re-roll to hint at what's behind the mask. This is my only re-roll, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going to obviously, like I take a bit of the milk that is from my mouth. I look at my father, and I just do war paint over the. No, I just go straight down. So I've got this ivory mask, and I try for.
Oh, nice.
It's a 3.
You both go for this double clothesline, like arms outstretched, and as you get to Valhalla Kadabra, he simply grabs both of your arms and then plants you both, boom, side by side against the mat. Stands up straight, clenches his fists, and then boom, brings them both down your chests. Again, boom, again. Boom! What are you doing down there?
Well, when he's like putting his fist down, every time he's coming up, he's like, and I've taken a tooth out of my mouth, and I'm gonna throw it into his mouth so I can choke on it.
Joking.
Roll on work. I'll roll on real.
Yes!
Yeah, real.
Come on.
Oh, that is a 7.
7!
Yeah, he's choking. He's choking on this tooth. He's sort of stomping around the ring. His big foot's like pounding against the ground. It almost hits your head, misses by about half an inch.
Can we all 3 of us
All
team
three of
up?
us team up to get him
Up
out.
to you, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Just get it and push him up. How?
You tell me how you 3 are going to triple team Valhalla Kadabra.
You're just emotional support.
Those things.
Well, see, we've got so veteran. I guess you'll punch him. What do you want to get? Like, what are we each gonna do? We should each do a move that is like our thing.
Yeah, I think I would be locking him up in some way.
Nice.
So it will be.
Oh, what I can do is I can jump up and use my really, really horrific nails to like scratch on his face to get him to go like that.
You can take out his arm.
You
nice.
take out his eyes and then you work him into some kind of like hold or something.
Cool. And then I will just
Do a backflip.
I'll hit my springboard kick, the live and super kicking.
Okay. Yes.
Amazing. So you'll be rolling on work, you'll be rolling on real, and you'll be rolling on work.
Yep.
Cool.
Tell me what you got.
Come on.
Oh, it's not good for me.
2.
I've got 9.
I've got 6.
I've got 5.
Wow.
Guys.
That sucks so bad.
You go in for the grab, but he's so big and so strong you can't quite get decent purchase.
Oh,
He's
no.
just ever so slightly.
Oh god, whose eyes are you gonna get?
I'll never do that. You go in for the eyes. You manage to scratch his forehead a little bit and distract him slightly. He's now got a veteran on his leg. He's got an anti-hero claw on his face, but he's huge and he's still standing strong. But then, on that success, just as he's about to wrench you both off and bellow some terrible pun into the air once again, Kid Flips connects with his super live and kicking. It's a live and super
Live and super kick.
Live and super kicking move. That's a live and super kicking move. Cracks straight against his head. He stumbles back, 1 foot, 2 feet, just seems to right himself again, and then something seems to pass in his head, and whoomph, he falls back over the rope. Boom! And
Yes! Cool, that was so 50-50.
Yeah, well done. Teamwork. Yeah.
Well, we tried.
Yeah.
Everyone helps.
Yep.
Everyone helps.
Everyone
We all
help.
did the equal amount.
And the three of you are alone in the ring
Well,
for a
he's
brief moment.
super distracted because he's done the bit that's actually worked, and he's just super celebrating because he's 90s, and that's what you do in the 90s. And I'm just going to be really immature and just try and push him out of the ring.
Oh my god!
Okay, let's just have you roll on. Oh man, that feels pretty real.
Oh,
Six. Fine.
Roll on work for me.
Okay. So my work is +2. That is 9.
So you feel yourself being pushed against the ropes. You feel your feet leave the mat. You start to flip backwards. Just tell us how you flip your way back in 90s style.
Basically, as I flip forward, kind of just land on my head. My kind of neck just bounces me, and I land on the top rope. I say, "Hey up! What's the rumpus?" Is that 90s? That's like from the 40s. I say, "Trying to eliminate me? Not!" And then I hit you with the Clarissa Explains It All moonsault.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Roll on work.
All right, that is. Oh no, that is 5.
Okay, so just a few things to get through here. So you make your way to the top rope. You somersault into that moonsault, but unfortunately you just don't quite connect. You miss, but you are able to get your footing at least. And as you do, you lock eyes with the milkman. We are now going to jump back many years into the past.
So excited.
We find ourselves with Tony the milkman on his rounds as he stops to deliver milk to a very specific house.
Just putting the bottles out on the old porch as you go. I think about for a moment, looking at the door, looking at the bell. Go to press it. I just hold for a second. Ding dong.
There's a small pause, the door opens, and a beautiful woman is there waiting on the other side. Tony, I see you've brought milk.
It's my job, isn't it? It's just a couple of extra pints, though, you know, for you.
You're so good to me, Tony. You always do the job. As she says this, you look down and see a little boy tugging on her skirts.
Oh, is it, Mom?
Oh, it's the milkman, son.
Hello.
Hello, lad. What's your name?
My name. Why, sir, I'm Kid Flips.
That genuinely can't be your actual name. Is that what you called him?
It's what he calls himself, Tony.
What's his given name?
Excuse me, sir. What do you do for a living?
Well, me, I'm a milkman's son.
No. What do you really do for a living?
This is the point, son. Doesn't matter what you do for a living as long as you do it every single day. As long as you do it with all of your heart and all of your soul. So sure, I might be Tony the Milkman from CBW. But I am, first and foremost, also a milkman.
When I grow up, I want to be in CBW. Will you teach me?
Oh, don't go putting ideas in his head, Tony.
I'll make you a promise, lad. I will teach you in the ways of wrestling, and I will get you to CBW. But you have to do something for me.
Anything.
You have to learn another craft.
Okay. I'll become what every father wants his child to become. A professional skateboarder! And I take kind of one of my mum's little kitchen trays, and I just try and flip it into the air with my tiny heels.
Roll on work plus one, as you're only a lad.
Fucking right, 12.
All yours. Is that a critical?
That is a unnatural 12.
Still amazing.
I click my little heels on the kitchen tray. I feel like I'm suspended in midair. I feel myself flipping around for the very first time, and I land on both my feet, and I can't even believe what I've just done. And I said, "Is wrestling like that?"
I mean, not where I'm from, lad. It was very impressive. I'm proud, but frankly, it's killing the business.
Well, what would you have me do? What move would you have me do, Dad? I mean, what move would you have me do? Paternal figure, who I'm not yet sure has any more of a familial role in my life. Teach me my very first proper move.
Doris, you're going to have to lie down for this one. We need a test dummy.
Anything for my boys? And she lies down. Roll on. Look for this.
That is a 7.
Convincing.
She seems a little reticent, but you've always done right by her. She lies down on the lino floor.
I teach kid flips the other half of the full churn. So the other leg.
It's so beautiful.
It is.
It's almost like I planned it, but I didn't.
And we'll just very quickly cut to the end of that afternoon as you are waving you goodbye from the door. You make your way back to the milk truck for the rest of your rounds.
All the other milk. Boiling hot now. Completely defeating the object of a milkman, but yeah. It was a happy day.
I just, before he goes, I say, just one more thing. Just before you go, I just wanted you to have this. I saved up all my pocket money, and I bought this for you. And it's a very, very tiny, it's actually kind of homemade. He's bought all the materials separately and glued them together. It's a tiny little, very blocky wooden skateboard. Who knows? Maybe you'll find some use for it one day.
Maybe, lad. Maybe. Thank you.
And as your eyes meet, we then jump back to the present day. Your eyes meeting in the ring. 10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You hear the sturm and drang of metal and brick and iron clashing. Again and again and again. And more and more. Just so much sturm and drang. And then out comes a almost Q-boy woman, shaved completely bald, wearing a black unitard, welding gloves, heavy steel toe-cap work boots, and a high-vis jacket. It is Gerda, one half of the Constructor Bombs, and one half of the current City British Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Oh!
She stands on the top of the ramp, spreads her arms, opens her mouth, and the sound of a pneumatic drill just follows out. She stomps down to the ring, jumps over the ropes, and for a brief moment just takes in the 3 other wrestlers currently in the ring. Locks eyes with Denimatrix.
He gives me a high five.
Is that how you're going to interpret this?
I kind of want to.
A hand moves towards you at a very fast speed.
And I meet it.
Roll on power.
Good luck.
Oh my god, this is gonna be shit.
No, it's not!
Okay, this massive blocky fist thrusts through the air, straight for your face. You hold a hand out to high five it, catch the fist in your hand, and just hold it there with an unexpected display of really impressive physical strength from someone who isn't known as a powerful wrestler.
Every now and then.
Brings back her other arm, swings in with a second fist. Roll on power.
Okay.
That's not as good.
Crack right
that's
across the
one.
jaw. Sends you staggering back a few feet. What's everybody doing?
We're just sort of
We're just sort of having.
we're just locked eyes.
I think we're having the same flashback at the same moment.
But it's happening in real time.
And so this is how you do the move.
You're on the other one,
you gotta go.
It's okay, I'll do a little flip.
Fuck me, all this milk is hot.
Back to Dynamatrix, what are you up to?
Well, actually, I got flung so far back that actually I took Kid Flips out.
Okay. What's your B?
Kid Flips, roll on power.
Okay, my specialty. -2. That's a critical fail!
Okay,
It runs in the family.
so the sheer strength of Gerda's punch knocks back Dynamatrix about 5 feet at a huge velocity, collides straight with your limber, lithe, but not very heavy frame. You are flung against the rope. You tip backwards over the top. Roll on work for me.
Oh, Dad!
It's a 12.
Just as your body flips back 360 degrees and your feet are inches from the floor, a milky hand boom, grabs your wrist at the last moment.
Nothing gets past your eyes, hey, Pops?
I've got you, lad. Let's get you back in the ring.
Woof! And you are back in the ring on that amazing roll. Dynamatrix, you managed to gather yourself again?
Gather myself again. You've been flipped back in, but
Can I hit Dynamatrix as I come back into the ring,
I'm
please?
not.
How are you going to do this? So
I
this
think I throw him.
Yeah.
As I'm pulling him back up, I'm like,
Do your stuff, lad.
then you got to throw him. Roll on power.
you might just go out the other side.
Critical success!
Amazing.
My God!
I'm only powered up when I'm being a father.
And talk us through the fatherly love that is causing you to reach superhuman levels of strength here.
I think that the first time I've willingly touched my own child in like a sort of fatherly embrace, I'm just filled with all these emotions that I've been keeping down, and they fuel aching bones to just produce just this amazing burst of energy that just powers up through my legs as I just one-armed launch him into the air backwards towards Dynamatrix.
As you do this on a critical success, and the fatherly love and the milk courses through your veins, you almost feel the break in your nose knit together with sheer emotional force.
I've been cured by pride.
And like a radical missile, the body of Kid Flips collides with Dynamatrix, sends her straight back into the corner of the ring. Her head cracks against the turnbuckle, and she is unconscious.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Out walks Silver Bro. There's no fancy pyro. There's no nothing. But occasionally he will go, Joe. Joe! 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 And bro. And I walk to the ring. I get into there. I step over with my big legs and I lock eyes with Gerda. And I was like, Gerda, you're in the way of us winning the tag team titles. And then everyone else, you're in the way of my brother winning the heavyweight championship of this city British island. And so I am charging straight for Gerda,
with a big old shoulder block.
Oh!
It's not a devastating maneuver.
You know that's power.
Oh, I know it's power.
That is Snake Eyes. That is a critical fail.
What's happening?
Sorry, Joe.
Okay, your impressive frame enters the ring. You go straight for the one move you do better than anything else and anybody else. And as your shoulder connects with the steely body of Gerda, you hear a brittle snap.
Ow. Is it her?
No. As your shoulder caves in slightly, unable to knock down this low center of gravity immovable object. On a critical fail for the rest of the wrangle, you cannot do another shoulder block.
Oh, that's 4 moves of doom.
On top of that, a heavy fist, boom, connects with your face and knocks you to the mat. A heavy boot, boom, stamps on your chest.
Ow.
We're going to say, with your shoulder block out of action, your power is dropped to just +1.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
God.
That's a critical fail, man.
Yeah. Them's the rules.
I almost died.
What are the Northerners doing?
I think we're just both shocked that we did something together. We're like,
Yeah.
God, we'll have to tell your mum about this.
We can tell her right now. Mom, look what I just did.
Hey, Doris.
My boys.
Oh.
Puts a hand over a very proud hand over her chest. Gerda reaches down, grabs you by the scruff of the neck. What are you doing, Silver Bro?
I am going to grab her arm and sort of like roll her off. With the intention of that when she gets up, I'm then going to charge at her with a big boot instead.
Oh.
Nice. So, are you just trying to literally force her off?
Yes.
That'll be power.
That's much better. That's 11.
Whoa, you wrench this big lump of steel off your body.
Yes. And she gets up and I run and charge with the devastating big boot of doom. And that is 8.
Yeah. Boom, your boot connects right with her face.
Excellent.
Nose makes a kind of bending metal noise as it twists to the left.
And as
She takes 2 steps back.
And as she sort of hits the mat, I look to the crowd. The crowd know what's coming next.
Still on her feet at the moment.
Oh, still on her feet. But that's fine. That's where I
It's
want her.
hard to
That's
not
exactly
make
where I
it
want her. I look around. The crowd know what's coming next. They've read in the papers that I went to go see a very sick boy in hospital that I like almost as much as my brother. This little boy named Andy. And I'm going to do his world's favourite move that I've named after him. So I get up onto the second turnbuckle and I do the Datsun double axe. And I dive off to try and collide with her.
Ooh, that's good.
Look at Ollie's face. He's so furious.
Yeah. Well, you know, I usually get the press stuff. Sick children are my thing.
He asked to see me.
Okay, well, Golden Joe is still backstage right now.
Well, I'm watching this at this angle on a TV monitor.
While the crowd chant, Datsun, Datsun, Datsun.
Power.
It is 6.
As you bring this...
Would have been 7.
As you bring these double hands down, these big metallic mitts grip across them and just squeeze, and they'll leave you hanging, feet dangling about maybe 2-3 feet off the air. She maneuvers her hands so only one of them is holding onto you, the other is free, and then starts punching you. Boom,
Ow.
boom, boom,
right,
Rocky
my
Balboa,
abs.
boom,
Yeah.
in the stomach. Denomatrix, I'll have you. Can you roll on power? We're just going to try and have you come to.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Critical success.
Your eyes snap open. Just boom. And
You should zip up rather than kip up.
Zip up.
Yes! I dip up rather than kip up. I zip up rather than kick.
Amazing. Yeah, you in an instant snap back to consciousness.
Yes.
Snap back to. Seems that little nap has done a world of good. You feel strong and ready. And yeah, what are you doing?
Well, those two are distracted, Gerda, and she's having a lovely time using him as a pinata, which is great. She can keep doing that. These two are still distracted, waving at Mum, and I'm just going to smash their heads together.
That is going to be a power roll. That's.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry. It's.
With your,
You want to work some nails into it? Maybe I can give you real. Or your horns. But if it's just straightforward head knocking.
It's straightforward head
That's-
knocking.
yeah.
We see the intention of smashing both skulls.
Oh, it's big.
That's good. That's 9.
You two have
Nine.
this beautiful moment, looking each other straight in the eye, connecting on a profound filial level.
For ages.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
crack! Two denim-clad hands smash your faces together.
Yeah.
We just feel ourselves milk up.
My milk is boiling. My milk is boiling, lads. Let's get her.
Let's curdle her.
What do you
We
do?
could do a full curdle.
Oh, first degree curdle.
Try and get her in the middle of us now and just crush her between us.
Okay, we'll have you both roll on power for this.
Obviously, not a strong suit.
And I'll take the highest of the two of you.
Yeah.
So 3 versus. 5.
Yeah, you try to get a good grip on Denimatrix, but this renewed energy has given her a new lease of strength, and you just can't. Denimatrix?
Well, the first thing I do is I just push Kid Flips off out of the way, and then I get your head over my shoulder, and then I go to do one of my favourite moves, which is split stunner. So I go stunner, but with splits while you're maintaining eye contact with your son.
I don't know if you're really the nice anti-hero.
I'm
and
not nice. I never said what.
that's going to be, I would say, work for that maybe.
Fine.
Unless if you want to,
But
by all
is
means,
it,
argue your
is
case.
it look because it's like split?
Fine.
Yeah.
Do for
That's 11.
that stunner connects as you execute a beautiful split onto the mat. We're now going to jump back to Gerda and Bro.
Cool. So, boom, boom. I am going to try and sort of like overhand chop, using my bad shoulder with the intention of trying to pop it back into place while also doing damage.
Ooh, that's real. That's a roll on real because I'm using
That's
the
a man who's played
Can
some
I
D&D.
use Golden Joe's reel?
How can you connect this to Golden Joe?
Well, I'm doing it for him. We want to win the tag titles.
That's I'm going to need a bit more than that.
Well, I'm watching on from backstage, and I nod in approval.
Okay, well, have you roll on look to see if that nod somehow is transmitted
Plus
across
2.
the ether?
Well, I'm Mike TV.
So that's 10.
That's 10.
That's a
Okay,
hard
fine.
success.
Okay. You can roll on Joe's reel. What's your reel?
Plus 2.
Reel's -2.
Oh, what the hell?
This is
Oh,
look
it's look that's plus 2. Dang it.
Got to leave it to you, though.
Yeah. I mean, my reel's
Joe
minus
did
2
his
too.
part.
Okay.
It's not good. It's 4.
It just bounces off, and once more, boom, 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 boom.
I'm going to kick her in the vagina.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, slag. I have a feeling it's not going to be good for me.
Stomping out from the top of the ramp, a woman who looks almost identical to the woman who's currently punching you, probably close to 3 dozen times now in the stomach. Same high-vis jacket, welding gloves, and steel work boots. Opens her mouth, flings her arms open, and the sound of a cement mixer churns out from behind her throat. And she starts stomping away onto the stage. As soon as she gets into the ring, Gerda puts you down. Just starts massaging her hands, and as you sit down on the floor, you feel another hand grab you around the back of the neck, and a fresh pair of mitts start pounding you. Boom, boom, boom in the stomach again. Roll on power for this, Silver Bro.
Oh, it's big. It's 11.
It seems that these dozens of punches have somehow calloused your abs to the point now where they're actually pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
And Pylon, who's a little bit smaller than Gerda, can't seem to quite get some kind of purchase like in between your ribs.
So I'm going to grab the hands and sort of maneuver myself out of the way and then make her punch Gerda.
That is clever. That sounds technical to me.
Yeah, okay.
Which is work.
+1.
And that is 10.
Hell
Yeah!
The fist swings round and clocks Gerda right across the jaw.
I'm going to do it again.
Gerda turns to look at Pylon at this point, briefly distracted. Gerda and Pylon are now looking at each other. Pylon is trying to explain, despite the fact she only speaks in cement mixer. And Gerda is just furious. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and double clothesline both of them.
Power. Just straightforward power.
That is 7, 8.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Bong! It sounds like someone dropping a giant metal bell on the ground, but the two of them, poof, are knocked onto the mat, and you are standing proud and standing tall. The audience is in awe of the punishment you have taken.
Yeah.
Bro!
And because I can feel the crowd are like starting to chant for bro, and it's the focus shouldn't be on me. I'm gonna do Golden Joe's finish onto both of them as a tribute to my brother, who I love very much, and I want everyone to start chanting Joe again.
That's gonna work.
Okay, you
Want to die?
you can roll on Joe's look for this.
Oh my god, this is so good.
That'll be that's 10.
Please tell us how beautifully you execute this.
I start running and I'm going Joe every time I hit the ropes. Joe! Joe! And as the crowd wrap up in what I hear is Joe, I stop and I do 2 big elbow drops onto both of them, and I stand up and I go, Joe! Brilliant. In my head, I'm just here. Yeah, this is great. We're doing the right thing.
10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Bro!
Smoke fills the top of the stage. Lasers shoot out. And Joe just walks out. Golden Joe in his golden jacket. He's wearing the sunglasses. He's doing the normal entrance, but he looks a bit pissed off. He goes to one corner of the stage. Joe
Bro!
goes to the other corner of the stage.
Joe!
He walks down to the ring. A woman offers him a baby. He takes the baby. He's not really looking at the baby. He keeps on walking down. He hands it off to another person. He then looks at his brother in the ring. He sees Gerda and Pylon down there. He sees everybody else. Denimatrix, Kid Flips, Milkman. And he thinks, it's a pretty full ring already. So I'm just gonna shake the hands of these Joe bodies up on the side for a bit. Because that's what they're here for. That's what they want for Joe.
And they're like pointing at them. It's like, we can throw them out.
You got it under control, it seems, mate.
Sweet. Good plan, Joe.
Let's have you quickly roll on look for shaking those hands.
+2. It's 8. It's 9.
And as you make your way around the ring and shake hands and what's the word looking for? Moozy? Schmooze. Thank you.
Schmooze.
I got them. Schmooze with the crowd. The sound of bro starts to very slightly move back in the direction of Joe again. But there's still a lot of voices out there calling both things.
Joe.
We are now going to check in with you three again and what you're up to.
Well, I've just been
Yeah.
cracked.
But
Yes.
he's also kind of a bit floppy at this point, and I'm going to use my damn it, strength to lift him up. And as I would throw, oh my god, maybe I can make this work. As I try and throw him out of the ring, I look to him and say, "You can call me Daddy."
You can roll on your heat with flips for that. That's.
I don't have any heat.
That's right, you don't care about me.
You don't care about it. That's just a straight 2d6.
Oh,
That's
damn
right.
it. That would have been really good.
I'm going to call you Weird Auntie.
It seemed that last feat of strength was an anomaly of your second wind, and you just can't get the purchase or the push needed to get the milkman out of the ring.
Yeah.
Flips.
I am going to, off the back of that failure, lock eyes with my dad. Is it time, Dad?
They're a bit woozy.
Dad, Dad.
What you want?
Is it time
For what?
for the full churn?
Aye, lad. It's time.
I'm so
Okay.
excited.
I want both of you guys to roll on work.
That's +2.
No!
Hells yeah, that's 9.
Mine is an 8.
Take us through the full churn.
So I guess as Denimatrix is trying to lift me up, we've had a conversation while I'm halfway in the air. I'm going to sort of slam Denimatrix down with the DDT and then transition immediately to the leg and start to churn. Kid Flips would then come up the other side, grab the other leg, and we would just churn them in opposite directions. And then back the other way, and then this way again, and then sometimes at different...
As we're doing this, I notice, obviously I'm young, I'm in the prime of my life, like this is actually, like it's just a full body workout for me, but then I noticed that my dad is, like there's something wrong. He's, like his breathing is laboured, and I see a little trickle of pink milk mixed with blood trickling from his...
Strawberry milk, lad. It's strawberry.
Dad!
I could do all sorts of
Dad,
flavours.
no! Dad, you need to stop!
I won't stop.
Dad!
until I'm dead.
Dad, don't say that! I let go of the leg.
Okay, so we're going to jump back just a couple of beats here. So you're noticing the strawberry milk coming out of your dad's leg. You, Denimatrix, your body is racked in unbelievable agony, the most painful thing perhaps you've felt in an incredibly long time. And this
Sweet.
is coming from someone who I assume is from a heavy S&M background.
Yeah, oh, bloody hell, yeah.
As the pain washes through your muscles and washes through your mind, you find yourself being sent, not literally sent back through time, you find your mind passing back through time again to, again, years before you were part of the CBW roster. Another flashback. Back to CBW tryouts. Where your name had been floated around the indie circuit, you'd got a decent amount of momentum behind you. There were people, important people, who seemed to be interested in what they could be doing with you. And we wait for you now standing in a lineup of bland, uninteresting, regular trunks, gimmickless, plain, technical wrestler-looking types, ready to try out in front of CBW's talent scout, Cruel Huel Hollywell. So you see the line gets shorter and shorter and shorter as another bland wrestler comes in and goes and comes in and goes, and now it is your turn to try out in front of Hollywell. It's this guy sitting behind a very plain desk with a plain bit of black fabric over it. He's very tall, quite lean, his head is completely shaved, he has scars and cauliflower ears and bruises and missing teeth. He looks like he's been in a fight every minute of every day for his entire life. He just sits there behind the desk with a single pencil and a single piece of paper.
All right. Let's do one more today. Just one more. You, denim girl. Show me what you've got.
I use my, I stand there for a minute, just briefly taking the fact you called me girl, and then I pull out my denim whip with the zips attached at the end, and I crack that pencil and that piece of paper out of your hand and take it over to me.
Roll on look for that.
Lost my dice.
The whip cracks.
Oh my god, no! I want to reroll because I'm fucking with shit.
Screw it, do it.
Oh my god!
That's actually
Three.
The whip cracks forward and Cruel Huel grabs it in his hand.
Can I re-roll again because I'm breaking the rules?
So was that first reroll standing up for what you believe in?
Yeah, I've written down fuck with shit. Is that the same thing?
If you believe in fucking with shit, then arguably yes.
Yes,
That's standing for
okay,
what you
cool.
believe it. So yeah, you can reroll again and do something underhanded.
Yes. Do I have to change my mood to make it underhanded, or I'm happy with just whipping things out?
Just tell me why it's underhanded.
Oh,
I'm an easy
because
sell.
because I'm number one. I'm using a weapon to prove something that doesn't use weapons, and I want to make him scared because he's silly.
Come on, you got to get it this time.
Yeah!
Big one.
So he
God, otherwise that'd be really embarrassing.
he catches the whip in his hand, and then as he squeezes it, blood starts to leak from his palm and his fingers, and he drops it. He gets up off the chair, starts stalking towards you, rips his smart blazer off, starts clenching his fist, grinding his teeth. You see powdered ivory tooth bones start to just dribble from his lips as he goes towards you, and we move back into the present day. Joe, what are you doing?
I'm seeing what's going on in the ring still. I'm still shaking hands. Really having time to chat with a few of the Joe bodies. Just see where they've come from. They've driven a long way. Someone's here from the Netherlands. Crazy.
Jolland.
Seeing that he's got a wicked plan in his mind, so I'm going to pick up one either girder and or pylon, and I'm going to attempt to throw them over the top rope.
Which one are you going for?
Girder, because she's the one that's annoyed me the most.
Done the most punching. Okay,
Yeah.
roll.
It's good. Can I see what he's going to do, and I actually run over and dip the rope to help this out?
Yes.
As an elimination.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. We'll say that you can roll on your power for this,
That will be 8.
Nice.
and let's have you roll on your heat with bro.
Oh, so that's +3. That's 9.
Ren, so you run up, you pull the ring down. After minutes and minutes and minutes of beating, you are still amazingly in the game, still amazingly chipper, and woof, you flip Gerda over the top of the rope. Just before her feet hit the ground, a pylon's hand grabs onto her forearm and pulls her slowly back into the ring. What are you doing?
I'm going to, is it like under the bottom rope or over the top?
I'm over the top at the moment.
Just chopping like judo chop. Dancing, so it's kind of like break.
Roger Moore.
And I say judo chop.
Power is fine for that.
It's 11.
11. Your hand connects, boom, with Pylon's arm. She flinches, opens her hand, and then drops Gerda, thump, onto the mat on the other side. It is just you in the ring now with... I can never remember which one is which. You're in the ring with Pylon. Gerda is now outside, takes a look at you, and starts just going for you on the outside of the ropes.
Yeah, well, I'm going to run away round the ring, but as I'm doing it, I'm playing like I'm celebrating for eliminating her. Because that was mostly me, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Let's have you...
Joe.
We're going to have you roll on power because you're trying to run away.
That's 0.
Oh, 3.
So you are running around the outside of the ramp. Joe, and then these two heavy arms just swing around your chest, and you find yourself being lifted up. Sorry, you find yourself being lifted up, and then boom, thrown in a German suplex onto the ground. Gerda lets go of you, stands over you, and then just starts stamping on your chest.
I seeing this, and in panic, I'm just going to go over the top rope, but not really thinking. I'm going to go over the top rope and jump down. To try and take Gerda out.
You idiot!
To try and take Gerda out. She's attacking my bro.
That's so fucking perfect. I mean, you don't need to roll to just climb over the top rope, I guess.
Bro!
Yeah, but I'm going to run and I want to like clothesline Gerda
Break
from
can't lead himself.
Okay, yeah. You are over the
It's only
rope
if someone else does it.
in a flash. You are eliminated in a second flash, and you are running for Golden Joe. Roll on power.
It's 4.
Unfortunately, your injury is still playing up, and you just don't seem to get the purchase and power to knock girder off Joe. Barely even notices your arm and is just stamping and stamping and stamping. What are you doing, Joe?
I'm just so disappointed.
Oh.
It's because that was part of the plan. You needed to be in there so you could help me win. Oh, you idiot! I'm just gonna roll away, and then
He's actually cross.
kind of lethargically roll away out of the way of these stumps, and hope that Bro and Gerda start fighting.
Yeah, you can roll on work to get out of those stumps.
Work is -1, so it's 6.
You can't roll fast enough, afraid, and the stumps just keep on coming.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and lock her into a sleeper then, and just sort of just drag her off. Because, I mean, in all fairness, she should be going to the back anyway. She's been eliminated. She's breaking the rules here.
Roll on power for that.
That will be 9.
Yes, you do manage to pull Gerda off Joe and start dragging her back away from the ring.
Yeah, and I sort of like throw her and say, "You go to the back now."
Roll on Joe's look.
+2.
That'll be 13.
Do you want to say it again as powerfully as possible?
Second place is a piece of shit. Now get out of here!
Bro.
No one touches my brother.
It seems like Gerda is going to come for you again, but then as the chants of bro erupt throughout the audience, she thinks better of it, locks eyes with you for a solid 10 seconds, and then skulks away up the ramp and out of the ring.
I'll see you at the tussle. I'm going to win those tag titles. Joe.
Hearing all that bro chants, I'm gonna jump up, run into the ring, and hit an arcade Joe. An arcade Joe from out of nowhere on pylon to get my heat back.
Go for it. Because of that pun, you can add look. That's fine.
+2. So that's 9.
Talk us through that arcade Joe.
Yeah. Well, I see that happening. Everyone's chanting bro, even though I have been stomped on by Gerda for a while. It wasn't actually that much of an inconvenience. So I get up, I roll in, out of nowhere, because everyone's focused on bro, Arcade Joe. Arcade Joe on pylon, which is an RKO. It's an old diamond cutter. And yeah, then I celebrate wildly.
What does that look like?
Yeah, Joe. I'm straight up to the second rope, and I'm just going, Joe, and it's like yes chance. WrestleMania 3rd.
Both of you roll on Joe's look.
12.
Joe.
It's more like it.
Everything is right with the will again. You've hit your signature move. The crowd are chanting Joe. We're going to jump back to you three. I'm going to have you roll on power right now.
Is this for what? For my heart to keep pumping?
Pretty much.
Oh!
I'm dead. It's 4. It's 4.
So you guys were in the
Double churn. The great churn. The
full churn.
The full churn.
The final churn.
full churn. You notice the
Chernobyl.
the pain on one of your legs. Too soon.
It's disaster.
Dynamatrix, you notice the pain in one of your legs is diminishing. Someone is really going to town on your left leg, but your right leg actually seems to be loosening up. And Kid Flips, you notice the tenseness and the tautness going out of the milkman's muscles. You notice the speed of the churn, the balance of the two-man churn starting to get off kilter. You see Milkman's eyes start to flutter. He starts to go paler than that milk with the red lids, the fully skimmed stuff that's basically just water.
Not fully.
And then everything goes white.
Dad! I drop the leg immediately, and I rush over and cradle my dad. I don't care about anything else. I just, Dad, no, the cowbunga, no, come back to me, Dad, no. I try and slap him into consciousness, but he's out cold. I call for the medics.
You hear a sound from up the ramp, and down stomps Fight Nurse in his tiny Red Cross pinny and his little nurse hat, or 8 feet of him, with these sort of sutures up and down his arms, looking like he's been stitched together from bits of other wrestlers. Climbs into the ring, uses the sheer breadth of his body to block milkman and you from the rest of the wrangle.
Yes. I'm just kind of holding his hand, saying, "Dad, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dad? Dad! No! I don't know what to do. And I just like, he's out. Get him out of here, please. Just take him to the back. Get him out of the ring."
Oh, Fight Nurse lifts you up with 2 arms, plops you over his shoulder, and carries you out the ring.
And grab the rope. How unconscious am I?
I would say you can roll on power, but with disadvantage.
Oh.
That
is
so
6.
it's already failed. Yeah, it's massive.
That's 2.
For a brief moment, your eyes pop open. You make eye contact with Kid Flips. You know that this is Kid Flips who made this happen, and then you pass out again. This Fight Nurse carries you off.
I've just stood kind of right up against the ropes with my back to the ring, and all my focus is on my dad, obviously.
10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold and get thee hither, brigands! King John, the rightful king of wrestling, is here once again at the Regal Wrangle where he belongs! Being carried out on one of those king things I can never remember the name of.
Throne?
Being carried out in the throne by 4 vassals is this maybe 5'10" kind of barrel-shaped guy with long dark locks and a neat black beard, a crown on his head, a robe around his shoulders, and shiny red and ermine-coloured trousers on his legs. This is King John, the rightful king of wrestling, who has wrestled at the Wrangle every year since time immemorial to claim his crown. His vassals set him down. He stands up straight, climbs up the steps, climbs straight to the top of the turnbuckle, and immediately goes for a triple moonsault into Golden Joe.
Whoa.
Triple moonsault? That's literally my finishing move!
In which case, no, we'll reckon that because I don't want to take that from you. We'll have it be a frog splash known as the King's Landing.
By the way, you forgot throne, but remember vessels.
Vassals. I did forget throne, and I did remember vassals.
Okay, well, I'm standing up. So he's going to try and do a frog splash on me, like a high fly flow, Tanahashi style. Okay, I am going to try and counter a Carter style then, mid-air, with a Joe kick, which is a drop kick.
Go for it. Roll on roll on work for that.
Roll on work.
Yes, you can.
That's -1.
Nice!
10.
Brigand! He yells as the bro kick connects with his barrely stomach.
I'm still on the outside going, Joe, leading the Joe chants
Joe,
around the ring.
Joe.
I see Kid Flips, and he looks really sad. I go over and offer some advice, like just some comfort to him. I'm like, it's okay. He was eliminated, right? When they carried him out over the top rope.
He's not in the match anymore.
So, okay, cool.
He's not
So,
in the match
Pylon,
anymore.
do you want to help me? We're still in the match.
I just want to make sure he gets to the back, okay?
But let's eliminate Pylon
He's
right
not
now.
quite yet. He's not at the back yet. They're still taking him up the ramp. I hope he's
Come
okay.
on. Can I try and eliminate Pylon with Kid
God.
Flips? His help?
It's up to Kid Flips, but yes, what are you doing?
I'm just going to pick... She's out from the RK Joe, so I'm just going to try and throw her out and scramble over the top rope with her.
And I'm going to try and pull the rope down.
Yeah,
to,
we've
to,
got Bro
to
helping on the outside. Kid Flips his help.
I'm in a daze. I'm sort of I'm moving independent of any thought. So I'm just sort of like robotically just moving now. No flips, no nothing. I'm just moving. Yeah. What are we doing? What?
Getting rid of Pylon. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on. Head in the game, Joe.
Right. What am I rolling?
So we'll roll on your. Do you have any heat with Kid Flips?
No, I don't.
Do you have any heat with Golden Joe?
No.
No. We'll just say it's going to be a straight work roll then for both of you.
On work.
That's a critical success. It's a natural 12.
Amazing. Talk us through how you still in this kind of zombie-like state, somehow not only amazingly eliminate Pylon, but also definitely steal the thunder from Joe.
So, like, I'm transported somewhere else. I'm transported to, it's a rainy day, and I see, I've been grounded, I've been naughty, I've been grinding on the banisters. My mum hates that, and I see out the window the milk float arrive at the front door, and I see Tony the milkman get out of the milk float, and he's carrying a parcel. And I see he comes over, and I see my mum go out and take the parcel from him, and then he drives away without coming in. And I say, "Mum, who is that?" And she says, "Oh, don't you worry about that." Weeks later, it's my birthday, and I go down to the kitchen and see a parcel on the kitchen table. It's the same parcel, and it says from someone who's very, very proud of you. And I open it up, and inside, it's a tie-dye t-shirt. And it's way too big for me. And inside is a little note saying, "You'll grow into it." And on the back of it, it's an invitation to come and try out for CBW. And I remember that, and that sort of snaps me into kid flips mode. I scream at the top of my at the top of my voice, "Let's bone out!" which means let's go, apparently, according to the 90s. I run up Joe's chest, grab Pylon around the head, and I flip over, slam down, and hurl her over the top rope, out onto the floor. And boom! I'm basically and I land on the ropes with my feet on the second ropes, just like looking out over the crowd. And I see my mum, and she nods at me, and I nod at her.
So, yeah, great moment, and you just eliminated Pylon.
Yeah.
My idea. So I'm just going to grab the mic and remind everyone that we are facing them at Colossal Tussle. We're the number one contenders. The precious medals, Golden Joe, Silver Bro, gonna be there at Colossal Tussle.
Amazing.
Joe.
So, as they're chanting Joe, 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 we move back again years and years and years into the past where the two of you were still young boys. Backyard wrestling. Talk us through that backyard wrestling match.
So we basically got, it's just a trampoline, the netting around it and everything, which we always pretend is a cage. So every match, it's like TNA Lockdown. Every match is a cage match. And we're just sort of practicing body slams onto each other, but I just keep wanting to do the shoulder tackles. I'm like, that's what I want to perfect.
How do you know so many moves, Silver Bro? You're so good at this.
Because, you got to watch the tapes, man. Like the tapes that we get sent that I bought off the internet from Maeve Deltzer. You can order it through the magazines. We'll watch them together. It'll be brilliant.
Oh, I hope so. I'll never be as good as you, though.
Oh no! Come on, man. You're younger than me. You've got all the charisma. You've got the looks. You're going to be the future of of any company.
I love you, bro.
I love you, bro. Slam.
And we just moved back from this idyllic scene of the two of you wrestling, and standing just out of eye shot, leaning against a fence, is a tall, broad-shouldered man with a square head and a square jaw, watching this unfold. And we are back, boom, into the present day. Flips, Dynamatrix, what do you go? Yeah, Dynamatrix, what are you doing? It's you two, the brothers, and King John still left in the ring.
I'm still got my eyes locked.
Of course, you're out.
Yeah,
I've still got my eyes locked on my mum.
Still got his eyes locked, so I'm going to take this opportunity while they are very distracted. I'm going to pull my weight. I'm going to put my hands on the rope, I'm going to pull my weight back, and I'm going to use the momentum to swing my legs around, kick him around the back of the head, hoping that he'll just go head first out of the ring.
That's a real roll.
That sounds like more flips.
Just the heat, the palpable heat. Oh, that's 13.
So, Kid Flips, you are looking your mum in the eye. A smorgasbord of emotions flowing through your body, and then crack. Something hard and comfortable hits you in the back of the head, and before you even know what's happening, you are hand over ass, flipped over the top rope, and boom, land on the outside.
Fair enough. As soon as I hit the ground, like it's like the world comes back to me. I run straight up the ramp to the back.
I do it because I know that he wanted to see his dad.
Sure.
Revisionist history.
History is written.
And now it is just
Just
Joe.
want everyone to know that she's not. She's an asshole.
It is just Joe, King John, and Golden Joe. King John is going once again for Golden Joe. He's making his way up to the top of the top rope again, and he's going in for the same King's Landing move.
I'm going to start shouting at him to try and distract him.
While he's at the top there, can I just run at him and try and push him off?
Yes.
Come on.
That's going to be... Ooh.
She's on one.
Like shoving people
Absolute
around.
roll.
I think this is...
Because he's up there, he's like balanced. You just go.
You never
go.
get to the top rope at
I
all.
like the fact that you've moved on from like the 2-stage, I'm choking them out and then I'm putting them out, to just like, I'm just putting them out.
Shoving.
They're going.
I'm an opportunist. That's exactly what I am.
So this is... We'll say this is a look. This is an even roll.
Spade, come on.
That's 8. That's 8.
He gets to the top rope. He flings his arms out in the air. He is ready for a second attempt at the King's Landing, and then boom! Lands on the ground outside and is eliminated.
Final 2. Final 2. Final 2. Final 2.
Golden Joe. Golden Joe.
As the whole audience shouts "Final 2, Final 2," your mind is cast back one more time to your time in development for CBW.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not a very popular person in CBW development
No,
because
apparently
of
I'm
your
a dick.
because of your gimmick. You are alone in the center of a ring, practicing moves by yourself. Working on your cardio by yourself. It's near the end of the day. It's nothing but moonlight streaming in through the windows, and then you hear clang, clang, clang as the doors leading to this gym and this ring close, and these figures emerge from the shadows around the ring. All members of CBW development, shaking their head at you. One of them is a tall, broad-shouldered, utterly bland-looking woman, just with her arms folded and the weight of the developmental rust behind her, looks you in the eye and says, "This is no place for you," as the whole group advances upon you. And we are back in the present day again. People shouting, "Final 2, Final 2, Final 2.
I'm in the corner getting some pep talk from Silver Bro.
Yeah, get her.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
get
can
her.
do this.
You can win this. You're going to win.
My time.
That's
Are you
it.
are you facing the corner?
Well, I'm kind of in the corner looking, like in a boxing match where you're getting Silver Bro's sort of mopping me down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like my corner person.
Well, while you're doing that, can I just strike you across the chest?
Yes. That's a dick move. That's real.
Well,
That is 7.
7.
Chop straight across the chest.
Sorry, dude. Oh, Joe.
I'm gonna look back at you like, what the hell was that? Because you just snapped me out of a genuine, lovely, affectionate moment, something purer and more simple. So I get you in a rest hold, and in this headlock, I'm like, you don't look like a champion.
Oh! While he's doing that, can I like?
I'm gonna have you roll
You're
on.
not golden.
We're gonna have you roll on. We're gonna have you roll on work for that, I think.
5.
So yeah, this arm is like around your throat, around your neck, but not quite strong enough.
I'm gonna use the zippers on the side of my head to like grate my way out, shredding the skin as I go. Remembering the stilettos are still there, so I'm just gonna go for a jab to the ribs. Not intending on piercing the skin, just giving a bit of a jibe.
That's not wrestling. Ow!
That's real. Roll on real.
Oh, yep, that's
Yeah,
9.
Yeah, you get shredded by these denim horns.
The hell? All right. I'm not going for a headlock this time. I'm going back in and trying to get the full golden.
What is the full golden?
It's the one he killed his brother with.
Saved his brother with.
I swear, saved his brother with. Come on, man.
Yeah, roll on look for this one. It is the full golden
+2.
after all. That's a cocked dice. No, you keep the 3.
You keep the 3.
Sorry.
Roll one more.
Oh my god, your face.
4.
Okay.
Oh no, but what 6 would look.
So you go in for the full golden. You try to get purchase.
I slip away and go for a. I'll go for a full Iceland. Why not? Why not?
Oh, that's
Full golden, is it?
Full golden.
That's
Full
an
golden.
anti-hero.
Not when you do it.
Yeah. What is that? What?
The full denim.
The
Double denim.
The double denim!
Yeah, go in for the double denim. That is going to be.
That's real, man.
You lock the double denim in. Just put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Talk us through this hold.
Well, I'm just I am using my incredible denim total domination strength to get them in, and I'm using the pressure to really enjoy it. There's a massive smile on my face because he represents everything I hate about this company. He is everyone who ever picked on me when I was in development, everyone who said I couldn't do it, everything that I'm supposed to be, and everything I hate. At that point, I'm going to go for my favourite thing. I'm just going to try and place his neck over the ropes and suffocate them. Because
Choke him out! Choke him
Hold on,
out!
really
Choke
for this.
him out! Choke him out! Choke him out!
Joke.
Oh,
real?
Can you re-roll?
hang on, no, it's
Oh, is it real?
it's
That's 7.
That's 7.
7. Yes.
Ah!
You force Joe's throat against the ropes. You hear him wheeze and cough and splutter.
And I just keep calling him little golden boy, little golden boy. Yeah, and it's really patronising and really fun. And then as he starts to weaken and get really choky and phlegmy, I'm just, do you know what? I'm gonna just go really simple, release, and then just try and toss him over.
Oh my God!
To me.
Can I try and stop him falling over?
Have you used your reroll yet?
I have not used my reroll.
You can impose disadvantage on Denimatrix's roll.
Okay.
Using that.
Right. Well, yeah.
So
Disadvantage.
that's roll twice, and we're just trying to work out what stat this is going to be. But
That's already failed. That's a 3.
you go to lift and flip Golden Joe over the top of the ropes, but boom, he's caught by Silver Bro on the other side.
And I just sort of place him back down. And I just sort of palm him back into the room. Like, you've got this, bro. You've got this.
Joe,
I roll in and I look up at you and I'm just pissed off because not only do you not look like the sort of person who should be in this position and you should have been fired a couple of weeks ago, it's now you're using my own move against me. Not cool. So I look back up at you and I start getting my heat back. I'm going to go for the golden shower. 1. It's 10 punches, remember?
Yeah.
and the
So I'm
10th
raining down punches.
Yes, we remember.
We remember the golden shower. Hard to forget.
No one forgets the golden shower.
Do I roll?
Roll on power for the Golden Shower.
That's right.
7.
What's your power?
0, I think. So that's that works. Yep.
7.
Yes. 1, 2, 3,
Joe,
4,
Joe,
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 6,
Joe,
7,
Joe,
8,
Joe,
Joe, Jen.
And on the 10th one, I run the ropes a few times to Joe. Another left jab. Joe.
Can I catch him out with a clothesline?
On that success, that left jab is going to connect. The 10th punch is going to bash straight in your face. But you can respond.
Definitely. No, this is when I pop out. So left jab, I adjust my jaw, I feel the strength, and maybe just realise that that tooth's still gone. I remember that I am mildly insane apparently in this ring. I'm just gonna, do you know what's gonna really annoy you? Is if I just do the golden shower.
You are going to have to roll on power for this, though.
But hang on, but what about Heat with Golden Joe? Because I'm doing it specifically at him.
Ooh, that's good.
I'm
Good
building it,
point.
and it's
him up.
very specific.
It's a good argument.
Plus 2.
That's a
Okay.
critical success.
This has got to be it.
So 1, 2,
3,
4, 5.
Den win. Den win. Den win. Den win.
And on the
Den
ninth,
win.
your mind casts back one more time to that time on the indie circuit, the first time someone gave you a chance and you won some kind of belt. It jumps forward to Cruel Jewel Hollywell, storming his way towards you, tearing off his jacket and shirt, and thrusting out his hand to shake your hand and give you a chance at the tryout. And jumps forward one more time to you, standing alone in the centre of the ring in the gym, a dozen unconscious, battered, broken, and beaten development wrestlers on the floor, defeated at your mighty denim hand. And now, on that 10th punch, as it swings through the air and connects with Joe's face, it knocks him so hard he flies back 2 feet out of his golden boots and whoosh over the top rope. Boom!
Dan win! Dan win! Dan win! Dan win! Dan win! Dan win!
Dan win!
Still got the chance, bro. It's okay.
No,
You didn't
that's-
eliminate yourself.
Your winner of this year's Regal Wrangle, the Matrix!
Dan win! Dan win! Dan win!
The crowd explodes in euphoria as you stand there panting, arms in the air, celebrating your triumph.
I'm so worried you're going to come for me in real life.
Can I have some heat now with Dominatrix?
Yes.
I've got none at the moment.
So we're going to, the last thing we're going to see as you are celebrating the ring, I just want one more moment between the two of you outside the ring as you go up to the eliminated body, Golden Joe.
Oh, Joe, man, we were so close to winning that match.
I was so close.
Yeah, exactly right. You were so close to winning that. But do you know what, dude? We've got the tag title match, a colossal tussle. We're gonna win those tag straps. It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time before you're standing in that position and you're gonna be going on to win the singles championship. Yeah. Well, we've got to get the tag chaps. Get tag straps.
I came second.
That's silver.
It's not golden.
And we'll see you all next week for another episode of City British Wrestling. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom. That's it for this week's episode of No Rolls Barred. Really hope you enjoyed it. Check out the next episode this time next week here on partsFUNknown. In the meantime, if you would like to get even more involved in the CBW universe, check out No Rolls Barred's Patreon. The link is in the description below, and there are all sorts of fantastic ways you can get more from the series. There are behind the scenes footage, there's production podcasts, booking podcasts with myself and Tom, live streams with me, and you can even create your very own CBW wrestlers, which will be put in the show. And if you can't wait until next Sunday, there's even 48-hour early access. So what are you waiting for? Head to our Patreon and check out the rest of the amazing content here on partsFUNknown.